Leah, the story of Jacob's first wife and mother of the tribes of Israel. Leah is one of the most important and complex female figures in the Old Testament. Her story is intertwined with that of Jacob, the patriarch chosen by God, and reveals deep themes such as love, rejection, perseverance, faith, and the fulfillment of divine promises. Although she was not initially Jacob's beloved wife, Leah played a fundamental role in the founding of the nation of Israel as the mother of 6 of Jacob's 12 sons, who became the heads of the Israelite tribes. In this video, we will explore Leah's life in detail, understanding her family background, personal struggles, relationships, and her legacy in biblical history. Leah's family background and origin. Leah was the daughter of Laban, brother of Rebekah and uncle of Jacob, placing her within the patriarchal family of Abraham's descendants. She was born in the region of Haran, in Mesopotamia, where Laban's family lived. Unlike her younger sister Rachel, who was described as beautiful in form and appearance, the Bible notes that Leah had weak eyes or tender eyes. Genesis 29-17. This description suggests that Leah did not possess the same physical beauty as Rachel, something that deeply marked her story and her relationship with Jacob. The meeting with Jacob and Laban's deception. Jacob, fleeing from the wrath of his brother Esau, went to Haran, and upon arrival, met Rachel, with whom he immediately fell in love. Genesis 29-9-11. He worked 7 years for Laban to marry Rachel, whom he loved. However, at the end of this period, Laban deceived Jacob by giving Leah as his wife instead of Rachel during the wedding night. Genesis 29, menos 25. This deception was made possible because Leah was the older daughter, and according to the customs of the time, the elder had to marry first. This episode reveals the family tensions and cultural traditions that deeply influenced Leah's and Jacob's lives. Jacob only discovered the deception the next morning, when he saw Leah beside him and had to accept the situation, agreeing to work another 7 years to marry Rachel as well. The pain of rejection and the desire for love. Even though Leah married Jacob, she knew she was not the beloved wife. Jacob preferred Rachel, which caused Leah much pain and insecurity. This rejection deeply affected Leah's self-esteem and spirit. In the culture of that time, a woman's position in the family heavily depended on the love and attention of her husband. Furthermore, the ability to bear children was seen as a blessing and a sign of divine approval. Leah faced the challenge of living in a marriage marked by Jacob's preference for another woman, something that didn't erase her value, but caused immense internal suffering. Leah's fertility and Rachel's barrenness. One of the central dynamics in Leah's story is her fertility in contrast to Rachel's barrenness. While Rachel initially could not have children, Leah bore 6 sons to Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Genesis 29, 31-35. 30 minutes and 13 seconds to 20. These sons became the foundation of the future tribes of Israel, making Leah the mother of half of the 12 patriarchs of God's chosen people. Leah's fertility was seen as a blessing, and she recognized it as a sign of divine favor, even amid the emotional and family difficulties she faced. The rivalry between Leah and Rachel. The relationship between Leah and Rachel was marked by intense rivalry, driven by Jacob's love for Rachel and the struggle for motherhood rights. This rivalry is a recurring theme in the biblical narrative and reveals the social and emotional pressures women faced at the time. Rachel, frustrated by her infertility, gave her servant Bilhah to Jacob to bear children on her behalf. Genesis 30. Leah, in turn, also gave her servant Zilpah to Jacob, thereby bearing more children. Genesis 30. This painful competition ended up contributing to the growth of Jacob's family and the fulfillment of God's purpose of forming the people of Israel. Leah's spiritual and maternal role. Leah was not only a mother of many, but also a woman who sought God and acknowledged His intervention in her life. With each birth, she expressed her gratitude and understanding that her children were gifts from the Lord. For example, when she gave birth to Judah, she said, "Now I will praise the Lord." Genesis 29-35. This attitude demonstrates her faith and hope, even in the face of hardship. Additionally, Leah was crucial to the continuation of Jacob's lineage, fulfilling an essential role in the divine plan, even though she was not the preferred wife. Leah's personality and character. The Bible doesn't offer a detailed description of Leah's personality, but her actions and words reveal a woman of great inner strength, faith, and perseverance. She faced rejection, rivalry, the pain of difficult motherhood, and competition with her beloved sister. But she did not abandon her role in the family. Leah sought affirmation through her children, and her story is a testament to the dignity and value of women, even in adverse situations. Leah's death and legacy. Leah died in Canaan and was buried in a tomb in Ephrath, which is Bethlehem Genesis 35, 19-20. Her tomb became a place remembered in Jewish tradition. Leah's legacy lies in her descendants. 6 tribes of Israel came from her, and her actions had a profound impact on the history of the Hebrew people. Among her sons, the most prominent was Judah, from whose lineage came King David and, according to Christian tradition, Jesus Christ. Thus, Leah is recognized as a foundational matriarch in the spiritual and historical formation of God's people. Lessons from Leah's life for today. Leah's story brings valuable teachings for contemporary life. The value of a woman, regardless of external approval. Leah showed that her worth did not depend on Jacob's preferential love, but on her own identity and role. Faith amid adversity. She trusted God even in the face of rejection and family rivalry. Perseverance and hope. Leah never gave up, and her legacy shows that perseverance can transform lives and destinies. The importance of the maternal role. Leah valued motherhood and family care, recognizing her divine role. Leah in religious and cultural tradition. Leah is revered in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions. She is seen as an example of a virtuous, dedicated, and faithful woman. In art, literature, and popular imagination, Leah represents the woman who suffers but remains steadfast, who loves despite rejection, and who fulfills God's plan in her life. Her story is remembered in sermons, Bible studies, and spiritual reflections, inspiring people around the world to trust God in all circumstances. Conclusion. The strength and faith of Leah. Leah was much more than Jacob's less loved wife. She was a woman of deep faith, courage, and determination, who, even in the face of rejection and rivalry, fulfilled an essential role in the story of salvation. Her 6 sons gave rise to the tribes that formed the people of Israel, and her story teaches us the importance of perseverance, trust in God, and the intrinsic value of every person, regardless of circumstances. Leah remains an inspiring example of love, struggle, and faith for all generations. If you connected with this inspiring story, don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to know about Leah. Turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and leave your like. See you in the next video, with more inspiring stories like this one.